Hey everybody, it's Dave here from Dragon Hill Games. As many of you probably already know, I own a game store, so it's important for me to have a great selection of cards for my customers to choose from. But how do I know what cards to invest in to ensure that? Well, the answer is this. I follow fundamental investment practices and I watch the market very closely. So here's a look at cards I'm investing in this week. And hey, if you're already a subscriber, I want to thank you for being here. We really appreciate your support. And if you're not, please consider hitting that subscribe button now. We post at least 2 videos every week.
Alrighty, let's kick things off by once again thanking MTG Stocks for allowing us to use graphical information for the purposes of this video. The following cards are all cards I am currently giving a strong sell rating to, and at the very top of that list is Stoneforge Mystic. This card is everybody's new favorite toy in Modern, and it's trying to find its footing ever since the recent unbanning. It's being tested in several different decks, but the general consensus seems to be that it's a little underwhelming. All of the hype surrounding this card, and the fact that the only real printing was in Worldwake nearly 10 years ago, has pushed the price of this card into the stratosphere. It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if this card gets a reprint soon, and even if it doesn't, I think this is likely the ceiling for this card. If you were holding copies before the unbanning, then selling them now will net you a tidy profit. For the same reason as Stoneforge Mystic, I'm giving most of the swords a strong sell rating. In particular, Sword of Fire and Ice has reached monumental new heights. For most of its life, this card has lived in the $30 to $40 range, but it's currently topping out at nearly $100. In fact, the Modern Masters version is over $100. It's a perfect time to unload this card. I'm also giving strong consideration to selling Sword of Light and Shadow as well. This particular sword has more than doubled in value over the course of the last couple of weeks. The next card on the list is MOX Opal. Since the Hogak ban, there's a lot of decks in Modern that are vying for the top spot. MOX Opal makes appearances in many of those decks, including Mystic Forge Affinity, Modular Affinity, and Classic Affinity, just to name a few. This card is a prime target for a reprint soon, and seeing as how it's flirting with all-time highs, now is a great time to consider selling. The last card for this week under the sell category is World Gorger Dragon. This card has always had a fun interaction in Commander when you pair it with Animate Dead, which basically allows you to blink your board as many times as you'd like. The reason this card is up nearly 800% in the last week is because of its interesting interaction with the new Commander Anya Falconwrath. Combining the World Gorger Dragon and Animate Dead combo with Anya not only allows you to blink your board as many times as you want, but it also allows you to draw and discard as many times as you want. A powerful new Commander combo. Time will tell if this combo will stand the test of time, but regardless, with World Gorger Dragon being up nearly 800%, I'm giving it a strong sell recommendation. Alright, up first we have Seedborn Muse. At $5.66, this card is an absolute steal, especially when you consider the gap between the other printings. Even at these prices, I would still be a buyer. If we have a look at the all-time high on this card, it's north of $80. So picking cards up in the $5 to $10 range is a great long-term investment for me. Up next on my list is Crucible of Worlds. Before the recent M19 printing, it spent almost 3 years living in the $60 to $70 range. And even prior to that, the floor on it was in the mid to low 20s. So at $27, I feel like this is a good long-term investment. I really only see potential upside from here. And the M19 version is an even better buy at only $22.79. Fiery Islet has been on a slow but steady decline since its release in Modern Horizons. But now that most of the Modern Horizons product has been opened, these Canopy Lands are going to slowly start ticking back up. I can't keep these things in stock in my store, which tells me the demand for them is still extremely high. This is a perfect long-term investment. And last on the list for this week is Line of Sanctity again. This card is just an absolute steal at $4.20, I'm sorry, and it's half of the price of the other 2 printings. If we look at Line of Sanctity's past price history, I mean the card had highs of $44, so getting one for $4.20 is just like a ridiculous price. I'm buying as many of these as I can get my hands on.
Just remember that as with all things in life, there are no guarantees, and investing in Magic cards is no different. But making informed decisions can help us make good choices. What cards are on your investment radar? Why don't you let me know down here in the comments section below? Well, I hope you found this information useful, and we'll see you again soon.